My brother-in-law mocked me for being the useless one. Then he discovered who saved his company from collapse. I've always been the quiet one in my wife's family. They're loud, confident, successful people, doctors, lawyers, business owners. And then there's me, the guy who works from home, sits with his laptop, and never really explains what he does. It wasn't intentional. I just hate boasting, and I never felt the need to impress anyone. But my brother-in-law, Sam, he hated that. From the day we met, he would joke about my career. Still doing your little computer projects? Must be nice not having real responsibility. You're lucky my sister married down. It makes her look generous. He said these things while laughing, but the tone wasn't funny. It was sharp, like he wanted it to hurt. My wife always told him to stop, but he brushed her off. He's chill. He doesn't mind. He'd say, I minded. I just didn't show it. One weekend, during a family barbecue, Sam went too far. We were all sitting around the table when someone asked what I do for work. Before I could answer, Sam said loud enough for the neighbors to hear. Oh, he's basically unemployed. He plays on his laptop and calls it freelancing. Don't worry, we take care of him. People laughed awkwardly. My face burned. My wife snapped. Sam, shut up. You don't even know what he does. Sam smirked. If it was important, he'd say it. I didn't say anything. I just stood up and walked inside. But that moment changed something, not anger focus. Because what Sam didn't know was that my little computer projects were actually back-end systems used by mid-sized companies for risk assessment. I built algorithms that predicted financial leaks, fraud patterns, and operational risks. And one of the companies unknowingly using my system was Sam's. 2 months later, I got an email from a firm requesting an emergency audit. Their system was flagging massive red indicators, and they didn't understand the cause. The company name? Sam's Logistics Business. I accepted the contract anonymously like I always do. My work goes through a consultancy, so clients never know the individual behind the system. But the audit findings were bad, like bankruptcy in 6 months bad. They had internal theft, financial mismanagement, broken workflows, the works. I compiled the report and sent it to their executive team. I didn't think about Sam again until he called me, frantic. Bro, do you know anyone who understands these audit reports? Our company is falling apart. His voice shook. The arrogance was gone. I simply said, yeah, I know the system pretty well. I can stop by. He practically begged. The next day, I walked into their boardroom. Executives everywhere. Stress thick enough to choke on. Sam looked exhausted. Dark circles. Shaking hands. He handed me the printed audit report. Please, man, explain this. We're drowning. I sat down calmly, opened the binder, and began walking them through the issues, line by line, solution by solution. At first, the team nodded. Then one director squinted at me and asked, wait, how do you know our system architecture? These aren't public specs. I paused, looked up, and said, because my firm built your detection model. Silence. Sam's jaw literally unhinged. You built this? I nodded. I designed the core algorithms. Yes. The executive stared like I'd just revealed I was undercover royalty. Suddenly, Sam wasn't mocking. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't superior. He was small, quiet, afraid. After the meeting, he pulled me aside. Not arrogantly, not jokingly. He whispered, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I've been such an ass. I shrugged. You judged before you understood. It happens. He swallowed hard. No. I treated you like crap because I thought you were beneath me. And the truth is, you're the only reason we aren't shutting down. He offered me a partnership share as thanks. I refused. Not to spite him, but because I didn't want power over someone who finally learned humility the hard way. The company implemented my solutions, turned things around. They survived. Family gatherings feel different now. Sam doesn't make jokes anymore. When people ask what I do, he answers for me. He's the smartest guy in the room. Don't underestimate him. But honestly, I don't need his praise. Sometimes silence isn't weakness. Sometimes it's the sound of someone building something bigger than ego, something that speaks for itself. And sometimes the person you thought was the useless one turns out to be the only one who knows how to save you.